It's the freaking Jer Show on freaking Twitch. The title of the stream, let's get this straight right now. The title of the stream says IRL Stream, which is in real life, which means the things that I'm doing right now are in real life. It's not scripted. You're gonna get all of me just the way I am at this moment. And I don't want any suggestions. If you can't handle it, just leave. I'm at that point, the boundaries in my life. Anyway. When it comes to streaming, I'm kind of new at this. I've been streaming since last November, which is about 6 months. I didn't know what the word IRL meant. IRL means in real life. It means in real life. It means like if I do this, that was in real time, in real life. It means I'm not putting up a facade. Nothing is fake. It's not a movie. It's the camera's on and whatever's happening is happening, right? And I don't do a lot of those. If I were to sit and count the streams that I've done, most of my streams have been Rocket League, Fortnite, and this is music, and I do an occasional one of these, okay? And I'm in the wrong group. I have to fix this. I don't want to be, my thing says Rocket League, and I don't want that. Yeah, I'm doing Rocket League later. There. My bad. I missed a step. There, I just updated it now. It's supposed to be in just chatting. Alright. Now, I don't know a lot of people, but the people that I have met and ran across in my life, I kind of listen to what they have to say as far as feedback for me. And I've heard that I like to talk. Unfortunately, like when I liked to talk, like I was at work and we were supposed to be doing stuff and I was talking. So I said to myself, you know, why don't I just get like a little talk show then? Like I could be like a Larry King or something. And I was like, but what do I do? Like I can't just rent a studio and just. Then I found Twitch and I was like, oh, Twitch is a platform. So now I have my platform. I've had this platform for a couple months now. And I've used my platform for a variety of different things. And I'm trying. When the pandemic was in full swing, it was a lot easier to rationalize, you know, being home and streaming and trying to build an audience to maybe like show what I can do musically and creatively. And I ended up getting a lot of viewers for a game called Rocket League, which I'm going to stream in a couple hours from now. But going through the stats, as far as Twitch metrics, to try to see where the most eyeballs are in Twitch land, it's this thing right now called Just Chatting. Most people are being viewed in Just Chatting, and it's weird because Twitch used to be a gamer platform. And if there was a new game out, somebody would want to go watch somebody play the game so they could see what the dynamics of the game are and whether it was fun or whether the graphics sucked or whatever. And if they like the streamer and you got your chocolate and my peanut butter, then you got a good streamer with good games regularly. A lot of people with a lot of followers have that. And then other people like me struggle to get viewers and followers. I'm at the point now where I'm not really struggling for followers because I'm up to 150 now. The problem is I can't get them watching at the same time. I can't get a group of people to regularly watch my stream unless I get a raid. And that's just where it is, and I'm fine with that. Now, throughout my day, sometimes I take my phone and I turn on the video camera and I do what I call like a stream of consciousness. I just do a little verbal diary of like what happened during the day, what are my feelings, and it's helped me stay sober, and it's helped me really get in touch with like how I feel about certain issues and people, and whether I'm doing stuff right or whether I'm doing stuff wrong. So here I am. I work part-time for this company that delivers groceries and stuff for Walmart. Yesterday was slamming. I was so busy yesterday, I didn't have time to sit and talk like this, which is kind of good, or do streams. I did a small Rocket League stream, and then I ended it, and I went to bed because I thought I was gonna wake up this morning and go have another slamming day of deliveries. I've already made $125 for one day, so maybe like today would be another slamming day, and it wasn't. And I woke up late. So I started thinking about what to say today when I signed in to Just Chatting. And the only thing that I could come up with is we have plans as human beings. We have plans. And then other plans step in the way. Now, anybody that knows anything about writing, which I do a little bit, usually there's a character in a novel or a screenplay or a song or a movie, which is a screenplay pretty much. And all the, thespians and actors that know that they know this, that when they take a role, they're a protagonist. It's up to them to get from, this place to this place. And then if they just went from here to there, the movie would be over. But the thing that's really good about writing and music is the tension, is what happens when you start here and you want to go here, but in between there's things that happen. And you watch the movie and you're like, I wonder if this guy's going to overcome these things. And that's what makes the story interesting. Because there's internal struggles that happen. For the person that's the protagonist to dig deep, so to speak, use some courage, get over the fear, and then that's considered like a hero. Those are the greatest stories when you watch somebody overcome the odds. So I thought when I first started my stream that's what I wanted to do. And I thought maybe people would find it interesting that I could overcome some odds. Like on Monday I could talk about all my struggles, and then on Wednesday I could talk about how I overcame them, or how they worked themselves out, or whatnot. You know what I mean? So one internal struggle that a streamer might have, or anybody that tells the story, is, are people going to find this interesting? Like when I hit play and I go live, I'm like, I wonder if anyone's going to watch. And then if nobody shows up and I'm still talking and somebody stops by, they're going to go, this guy's just talking. No one's talking to him. And you know what? I don't care. I've decided that I don't care if someone stops by and sees me talking just to a camera and I'm not interacting with anybody. I don't care, because the goal is to talk about something, and then somebody stops by, and then we can talk together. But if I just turn it on and I don't say a word, what the hell kind of show is that? I just sit here like this and go, I'll wait for somebody to stop by. And I've even had people that follow the stream stop by and say, why are you talking? Nobody's watching. And I had to explain, well, that's not how it works. You have to give things time, right? You have to sign on, talk a little. Hopefully somebody stops by and says, what's this guy talking about? What are we talking about? And then we can chat. So I've learned as a Twitch streamer, when you go live, you let people know in the title of the stream what the stream is about. Now my stream today is entitled IRL Stream Random Bullshit and the Update, and that's what I'm doing. So I woke up this morning maybe wanting to deliver stuff for the company I work for. But something in my head woke me up. I don't know what it was. All I can think of is it was my brain. My mind. My mind would not let me sleep. Now, let's get back. If you were here a second ago and I was talking about actors and people in the story being a protagonist, is the person in the character. Pro means you're going to get things done. You're on a mission. Antagonist is somebody that comes against what you're trying to do. Like, have you ever heard the term, oh, he was antagonizing the guy? That means he was trying to do something and the other one was stepping in the way, trying to stop him from doing that. So what I'm trying to say is, when my mind woke me up this morning, when I didn't want to be up that early, I look at that as an antagonist. My mind was not letting me sleep. So the thing that you do at that point is go, okay then, I guess my mind's not going to let me sleep till now I had a choice at that point. Do I get up, go to work, tired? I'm driving a car, by the way, with 6 hours of sleep. As a 50-year-old man, I probably need at least 8 hours of sleep. And it's not like I never went to work being tired before. Or do I lay in bed and get the sleep I need? And that's what I tried to do. I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but like, you want to sleep to a certain time, your mind won't shut off, won't let you sleep. You wake up, and then you have to decide, do I roll over and go back to sleep? And that's what I did. So by doing that, now I didn't wake up when I wanted to. At 10, I slept until noon. So now I'm laying in bed and I look at the clock and I'm just like, I can't believe It's noon. I didn't want to sleep until noon. So what I did is say, okay, something about my mind is not letting me sleep. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my day, but I'm going to look into why I randomly woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I have not been awake before 10 o'clock in the last 2 years. And here I was, 7 in the morning. Can't sleep. And that kind of screwed up the rest of my day now. So I finally get up, do the ritual, take the shower, get the coffee. I'm in the car now. I'm ready to go deliver for this company, and I have this app on my phone, and they give you offers, right? You have to download. I had to buy a whole new phone so that I could get this app and put it on the phone so I could get these offers. And the great thing about working for this company is you can reject them if you want. You don't have to take them. And that's life anyways, right? I mean, you don't have to do anything. Nobody holds a gun to your head. But I chose to do this Walmart app thing and deliver for, because I can do it on my own terms. That's what the commercial said before I signed up. Make your own schedule. And I was like, you know what? That's what I need. I could go work in a mill someplace, put boots on every day, and make $20 an hour, and come home tired and go to bed and try to play a video game and be miserable. Or I could stream like I want to and play music when I want to. So it's like I'm juggling. I'm trying to spin all these plates. There used to be this Johnny Carson show, and they had talent on the show, and they all had poles, and I had to spin the plates and keep the plates from falling. That's what I feel like I've been doing lately. Just like, you know, here's the Walmart delivery thing, and here's the streaming, and here's the, like, I got to keep a roof over my head. I got to pay my rent. And I'm not doing it from streaming, although I have been trying. I haven't made a dime at streaming yet. If it wasn't for unemployment insurance, I would be up the shit's creek without a paddle. But if you're on unemployment for too long, then everyone's like, "Oh, you're just a bum, and you're socialist, and you're getting money from the government, and you need to go out and work," and as if, you know, it was. Anyways, so I'm struggling with all that tension too, internally, trying to overcome that. And the best way to overcome, you know, streaming and not making any money for too long is to actually go out and work. So I did yesterday. I went out and I actually worked, and I was delivering things in my car. I got a nice little car, little Hyundai Accent hatchback, flip the back up. I can, there's only certain orders that I can take because of the size of the car. So I basically wake up every day and I look at the apps and I try to see what offers there are. And if I like the offer because of its size, like I said, I can't take an extra large, but if there's a small order or a medium order, I'm all over it. I'm like, yes, I accept. And then I drive not very far to the Walmart. There's an order right now. I can show you what I'm talking about. Here's an example. Earn $1 extra by accepting this offer because demand is high. That's what they say. Now, I was just at Walmart. I just came back from Walmart. I bought some stuff. The demand is not very high. It hasn't really been high all day long. So, the fact that I didn't get up and get rolling isn't as a big of a deal as I thought. I thought I was missing all these deliveries by waking up late. No. There's not a lot of deliveries to miss. So here's how it works. if there's 4 or 5 people that drive and deliver, if they're signed in, they're competing for these offers. And they say you got to be in it to win it. So you sign in, you say I'm available, you get the offers, and it's like playing Family Feud. Have you ever seen Family Feud? When they ask a question and each side is like, they got to hit the buzzer before the other one does? That's what it's like. We have an offer for you. It's this big and it's going over there and it expires in 2 minutes. Do you accept or reject? And I only have a few seconds to decide if I want it or not. And if I decide I want it and it's too big, I'm trying to stuff it all in the car. But also, if it's too small, it ain't worth it for me. Like, an order might come down the pike and it's a small delivery. It might be 2 items for $10. I'm not going to do it. It's a waste of time for me. Leave the house, go pick up the 1 item, drive across town. By the time I get done, it ain't worth it. So I'll reject it. So I basically, when I wake up and I do my job, that's like a side hustle. That's what this is. It's a side hustle. They give me the criteria and I get to decide. Like when I worked for Napa last year, you don't get to decide. It's like, this is the order, you're taking it, and you like it, or there's the door. And this is the complete opposite for me. It's like, do you want this, yes or no? If not, no big deal. Somebody else will take it. So I guess I've learned to adjust, so to speak. And you hope, though, that you have enough work. At least I do. I hope that I have enough work when I decide for 1 day or 2 that I am going to work for Spark, that I'm going to go and I'm going to spend 4 hours, hell or high water, whatever happens, I'm gonna do it. And then you don't get the deliveries. It gets frustrating. So I realized, like, how can I not be the victim of that? Maybe I'll just do something else. Maybe I'll bring a book with me that I've been meaning to read. So I'll sit up there in the parking lot and I'll read the book and I'll wait for the orders to come in. And that's what I did today. I just got back from Walmart. I was hanging out in the parking lot, watching everybody do their thing, and I'm planning and plotting about, my week or what I might say on Twitch later or whatever. And I got 1 offer and I missed it. So after a while, I'm just like, okay, this is what it is. It's not one of those jobs where you have a specific, definite amount of things. It's basically you watch it and you notice things and you take note and you use that for the next day. So I've used a fishing analogy. Like, working for Walmart Spark is kind of like fishing. Like, you can go to the pond and you hope that there's fish. And you might catch one. You might not like it, you throw it back. Or you might like one and you keep it. So yesterday was a great day for fishing with Walmart Spark. Today, not so much. So I basically just accepted it and said, okay, I have to go do something else because I don't think this 4th of July Walmart Spark thing is going to work out too well. And I've had it, you know, most people, I think, I could be wrong, most people are doing family stuff. I want to assume this. I don't know if it's true. But most people are like, they think 4th of July, and they think family, and they think barbecue, and maybe a party, good times. And there's probably a lot of people doing that today. And they're fighting with the weather. I mean, the weather's been on and off here, you know. Like, it's sunny, or it's humid, and then it's dry, and then it's wet. And it's just now, like, looking like the weather, the perfect weather for a 4th of July get-together. Now, however, with me, my family's a little different. My parents divorced a long time ago. They're in their 70s. So they do things, but we don't have like, it's not like we have a regular, what's the word, ceremoniously, ritually, where it's like every year on 4th of July we get together. I don't have that. I haven't had that in a long time. I don't know if I'll ever have that unless maybe I have my own family and then we do it. But I don't. Maybe years ago, yes. It was 4th of July and we said, let's get together because it's the 4th of July. You know, and maybe that makes some people sad that they don't have a 4th of July to go to. So I kind of realized last night that I don't really have a 4th of July thing. I don't have any friends around that would invite me like to a barbecue or whatever. So I said, all right, I'm just going to go do my own thing today. Maybe I'll go to work. And maybe being at work and making that money, you know, that would help me not to be so sad about nobody to hang out with on 4th of July. But yeah, now the deliveries aren't there either. So now I had to make other plans. And that's just to maybe do some streaming today. Maybe do an update. So when I went to the store, I have a budgie. I have a little parakeet. I'm gonna tell a little story about my budgie. I got a little parakeet. Love him. He's right here, hanging out. All right, where'd you go? Okay, so now I'm kind of a new budgie owner. I don't know a lot about budgies. What I did find out, and I find out a little bit as I go about budgies, is that they maybe shouldn't just eat seeds. Their diet needs a little variety, okay? So I realized maybe I wasn't doing that. He's just eating seeds and some millet, and that's it. Now, when I went to the store, I went on YouTube, and YouTube has videos of budgies chirping. And on the video it says, help depressed budgies because they're lonely. Budgies like to be with budgies or their owners. And when I'm gone, I feel like, I really feel like I'm leaving them alone, and I feel bad. So I turn on the video of the chirping budgies, so he listens to the chirping budgies while I'm out doing my thing. So while I was turning the video on before I left, I noticed there was some budgies in the video, and they were eating celery, and they were eating romaine lettuce. And I'm like, how come everyone else's budgies eat more than seeds and millet? Because I've tried. There's some followers that I have that watch this Jer show that have chatted with me about their budgies, and they're like, oh, I feed him mango and I feed him cucumber and he loves this and loves that. And I'm like, mine will not eat anything other than seeds I've tried. And then I'll go to the parakeet like owners groups and they'll say, you have to just keep doing it. Just keep offering it. And eventually they'll realize, oh, this is food, and they'll eat it, right? So now I'm on a struggle trying to get my budgie to eat something other than seeds and millet. So while I'm at the store, I was like, I'm watching these budgies eat celery before I left. So I'm like, maybe they'll eat celery. I'll try it again. So I bought some celery. Celery, which is actually good. It's actually good for you. I'm going to eat the rest of it. And what I've learned with my low budget is that you don't buy a lot of celery if you're not going to eat it, because it'll go bad. So I'm looking at this video and they're showing the budgies having a ball with celery and romaine lettuce. And I'm like, that's a goal of mine, to have my budgie be that excited about lettuce and romaine more than they ever were. And they showed these little clips in there. They're like, you know, clip like, you know, like they make the clips when you're eating potato chips and then you're done, you roll it up and they put the clip on the bag. It's like that. So it looks like this. So now what I have to do is get a little piece of celery and maybe put it on the clip, hang it in the cage. And maybe, just maybe, I'll look over one day and there'll be a little Sonny bird eating the lettuce, eating the celery that I gave him. Well, he's just taking a nap right now. Yeah, a little piece like that, maybe it might be enough. I'll put it over near the seed, maybe on the side of it where he eats the seed. Maybe he'll figure it out. I don't know. But that's another thing I'm doing today. It's not working. I think in the video I saw that like the clips have a little hook, and I think they like had was hanging or something. 'Cause I can't seem to figure out how to get it in there. There, I figured it out. I figured out how to do it. It's better now. Hopefully my parakeet will now experience the joys of celery. I don't know yet, we'll see. So, oh yeah, okay, updates. This is all about in real life stream and updates. I have been called sick when it comes to the cleanliness of my car. So much so that I was actually an auto detailer at one time in my life. I learned how to clean my own car. Then I started cleaning other people's cars. And I actually used to make money. And got very good. And recommended even. So while I was waiting for these kind of orders to come in for the Walmart Spark thing, I was like, I'm gonna go get some stuff clean my car. What I used to do is I used to go to Napa before they changed ownership, and I used to buy a can of upholstery cleaner. I loved, still do love Napa's upholstery cleaner. Not only does it do a good job, but the way they make the can, the stuff sprays up in the air, so you can get the headliner, and you can, you know, it go. Other stuff is sprays that way, and you really got to shake the can, and you got to aim it, and it's. Anyways, I'm anal when it comes to that stuff, so I ran out. When I used to work there, I used to get discounts, so I used to buy a box at a time, so I could buy like 20 cans and get a really good price on it, and it would last me 6 months. But I haven't bought any in 6 months, so it just ran out. And I needed to go get a replacement cleaner. So there's this stuff, if you have a car and you want to clean the inside of your car and you kind of like don't know what to use, and you don't have a lot of money and you want to go cheap on it, there's this stuff. It's in a yellow and red can. They sell it everywhere. It's called Tough Stuff. Tough Stuff. You could spray that stuff on anything. It doesn't hurt anything. Spray it on the plastic. You might want to go a little careful on the displays, but I'm talking like the seats and the floor, dashboard. This stuff is, put it on a little microfiber and spray it, wipe it down. Beautiful. I got 2 cans of that when I was at Wally Mart getting the celery for the blade here. The blade. And I'm always drinking this sparkling water. It's called Aha. And when I was returning the cans, the recyclables at the store, I started laughing because, like, I haven't drank alcohol in like 7.5 years. But when I did, I was always going to the store with the recyclables. Like, I never wanted to be that guy, but I was that guy with the beer recyclables. And I haven't done that in so long. Like, I don't let them build up anymore. Like, I regularly, like, bring just 2 bags to the store, like $2 or $3 worth of returns. So I don't make anybody wait behind me. And I was just laughing at the lifestyle change. Like, I used to just be like dumping cans in, and it would take me hours, and now I'm just like, I'm all sporty like and in shape, and I just go to the Walmart and just brum, 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 and I'm done, and I'm like, here's my tickets. So I bought some of that Just for Men stuff because my hair was gray. I've always had gray hair. I had gray hair early in life, and it's a genetic thing, I guess. Or if you get gray hair, it's like from your mother's side of the family, usually, they say. And so my mom had it early. Grandfather was silver haired early. So here I am. I was in my 30s and I'm going gray. I'm like, what the? Everybody would say it to me all the time. You're going gray, you're going gray. And after a while, I'd be like, I don't care. So we all go gray, don't we? But I guess last week it just kind of got to me. I said, I'm just streaming to a bunch of younger people. One guy got mad at me one day, called me grandpa. I was like, what? So I don't usually let everything people say bother me, but that kind of stung a little bit. So I'm like, okay. I bought it so it looks a little darker. and it keeps a little bit of the gray, so like it still shows my age, but it doesn't look fake. That's my phone. What does my phone want now? One offer to accept. See, it's gone already. That's what I'm saying. If you do this delivery thing like I do, the Walmart Spark, you literally have to be on it. You have to wake up, get coffee, get ready, and just be on it. And just wait. And when an offer comes in, just look at it quick and go, does it meet my criteria? Yes. It's the right size, it's the right area, it's the right amount of money. And you got to hit it. If you want to get paid, you got to hit that quick. Because if you don't, somebody else has already got it and they're gone. But that's the life I chose. That's the life I chose a few months ago when I said, I'm going to work part-time and I'm going to stream part-time. I'm going to build the stream while I'm working part-time. And maybe the stream will make me enough money so I can do the stream and the part-time, and it could be a full-time. So here I am sitting in the parking lot waiting for deliveries today. And I'm going through the videos that like I mentioned earlier, that I film myself. I'm filming right now. I filmed it, stream of consciousness where I'm talking or whatever, just being me, and then like a week or so later, I'll go back and watch it, and I'll try to see like where I was, what I was thinking, if I still think that way. If I'm not, why am I not addressing it? It's a nice like emotional like anger management tool too, you know? So anyway, I'm watching this video back in May, and here I am talking about this very thing, about how I'd like to stream part-time and maybe like work part-time, but I'm not getting the numbers I'm looking for. But when I was doing it in May, I only had 98 followers in May, and now here it is July, I probably got 150. So if you do the math on that one, you have May, June, July. That's 2 months. I went from 100 to 150. And if you do that average, that's like 25 viewers a month that I've picked up from streaming. You know how many viewers you pick up if you don't stream? That many. So, all right, here's a little update. I've had a few of my friends tell me, and I love these guys and I trust what they say, that I don't respond to the comments on Facebook. And I think I've realized why. I'm just gonna move this for a second. I think I realized why is that the software that I use to stream with, it's called OBS Streamlabs. When you're streaming, there's a chat window on the right. It shows you everybody that's in the chat and the viewers that you have. Right now I have 2 viewers. I can see that. Two people are watching. One might be a real person, and one might be like a bot. I think I have these bots now that sign in every time I sign in, and it looks like a viewer, but it's not. It's called like another TT viewer, or so, I don't know. They've been following me for months now, haven't said a fucking word to me. So anyway, I assume that they're not real, right? So when anybody, I'm streaming on what they call a multi-platform stream. And I paid for this. I paid $20 a month to have so that when I sign into OBS Streamlabs, I'm streaming not just to Twitch, but to YouTube and to Facebook. Streamlabs allows me to see the chats from YouTube and Twitch. So if somebody were to right now say, hey, yo, what's up? I could look and I'd see, oh, yeah, hey, and I could answer and just say, hey, yo, what's up? But I can't see the Facebook chats. And I can't get to everybody. When you have the amount of chatters that I have, which is minimum, you can keep up. Unless you're really slow, right? So what I realized is that if I'm going to keep streaming on Facebook, I need a way to see the chat from Facebook, because OBS doesn't show me. It says multi-stream, yes it does, but if anybody chats on YouTube or Facebook, I won't see it. The only way I can chat with anybody is if they're using Twitch. So this is what I'm going to be working on today. I bought a brand new monitor a couple weeks ago. I love it. It's a little Samsung, wraps around. It looks beautiful. I can see what everyone sees when I'm chatting, but I can't always see the chat. So I have to figure out a way to sign into Facebook while I'm live and have the chat, the Facebook chat come up along with the YouTube and the Twitch. And it should be an easy fix. Should be easy. So I won't have my friends whining at me anymore that I don't answer people in chat. I'm glad you brought it up, because I don't think I would have even realized they were chatting until somebody started suggesting that I look at it. So
you look at that.
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a.
So I'm gonna I'll do it right now. Using Microsoft Edge. Sign into Facebook. Should say I'm live right now. Alright, see now I see my friend Wade has just said something to me, and I didn't even know it until now when I just signed in. So I need to figure out a way. I guess I can just put the browser up. I'll just minimize it. So now I have two chats to follow, and that's fine. There. I just, Wade, I want to let you know, you talked, I listened. You said that I don't get back to people in chat. It's because I didn't see the chat. So now I'm making a point that when I sign in to go live on 3 different platforms, that I'm addressing the Facebook people. The Facebookers. The Facebookers are important too. They're just as important as the YouTubers and the Twitchers. Yeah, they did get pissed, but let me tell you, you don't know these people. They get pissed at everything. You talking about my friend Aaron? Yeah, his life isn't going so well right now. So he gets mad at everything. I saw it. He's like, how come you never get back to me? I didn't know, because I didn't know. Like, most people don't overreact to that degree like he does. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to change everything I do because one person got pissed. You know what I mean? But I will look into it like I am now. All I'm trying to say is there might be an issue that comes across. I might not get to it eventually, but I mean, I might not get to it right away, but I will get to it eventually. And this guy is a guy that's you can never do anything fast enough for him. That's just how he is. I played games with him before, and he's constantly during the game like, "What'd you do that for? How come you do that for? Why don't you want to do that?" Blah 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 blah. And after a while, I just have to be like, "That's just how he is." I'm not gonna let him push me around. That's for damn sure. You might be watching this right now, and I don't care. That's just how I am. I like to be liked, but if it comes to like where I gotta change my personality to get somebody to like me, that's something I try not to do. But anyway, this is much better now, right? Like I can actually react in real time now to people that want to watch me. Yeah. I think the hard part about it is I have to isolate the Facebook window to just the people that are reacting. And if I could do that, I'll be fine. Like right now I can see in real time the chats that are being, dropped. I'm just telling you, like, streaming can be brutal sometimes. Like, people aren't always nice. Like, random people stop by and they just say, like, mean shit. Because they know that they can get away with it. Because they're, like, in another country or whatever. But let them say it to my face. They wouldn't have the balls to say it to my face. Because they know they're safe behind a computer screen. You know what I mean? I could do a whole show on the comments that I've gotten in my stream. It's amazing. Things that make you go, huh? So Wade, now that you're here, there was something that I was talking about earlier that I think I'd like your feedback on. It has to do with, you said you used to have budgies, right? What I was talking about is I am a budgie owner, yes. This is my first budgie. And I've probably had him for about 2 years. Just about 2 years. He's still alive, so I guess I'm doing something right. But in one of the groups that I'm in, that's a budgie owners group, they suggest that you shouldn't, that their diet should be a variety of things. Okay? So as a guy that owned them for like a year and just figured, okay, seeds that's good. And millet. Some people in the parakeet owners group were saying that they need fresh vegetables. And I'm like, okay, great. So like I go to the store and I bought mango, I bought cucumbers, and he won't touch them. And then I go back to the group and I go, you say that budgies should have fresh vegetables, but mine won't eat it. And they're like, no, you have to be patient. You have to keep offering it. You have to keep offering it. Even to the point where it might look like there's no hope for it. And then eventually they will be like, oh, what is this? Fresh vegetables? I love this. And then they'll eat it all the time. That's where I'm at with this bird. So I bought some celery, a little stick, put it on a clip, and I just put it in the cage, and now I wait. I just wait to see if my bird is going to be like other birds and eat vegetables. The closest thing that I've had to that were these little things. They're called healthy toppings, but it's actually like dried fruit. And it reminds me, years ago, probably when we first met, I had this thing called it was a dehydrator, and you used to be able to take fruits like bananas and oranges or whatever, and you put them in this thing, and it dries them, so it becomes like a snack. And that's basically what this is. This is like dried papaya and mango, and I don't know if he's eating them or not. And they call them healthy toppings because you put them on top of the seed, and I guess they eat the seed, and then they might reach over and eat one of the toppings. But I think what he's just doing is he grabs them with his beak, and he just like throws them, like, I don't want this shit, and he just throws it, and now they're all in the bottom of the cage. So yeah, that's that. So I guess it all comes back to this phrase that I like to use. It's called, it all depends on who you talk to. You know what I mean? Because some people will say, we've had budgies for years. We never fed them anything but seed and millet, and they were fine. And other budgie owners will say, we fed them this, and they were fine. So, I mean, I honestly think my little guy would be around for years and just quite happy if he never ate a vegetable in his life. I don't think he would care. A piece of toast? I never tried toast. I could try. Toast wouldn't be a bad thing to try. He's molting. He's molting right now. There's feathers everywhere. He's molting. They just drop off, and he looks sick, but it's just molting. He's gonna be done soon. You see, he's actually starting to look better already. He's just always itching, and his new feathers are coming in. He's cute though. Like he's starting to respond to my voice. Like I'll go Sunny Bird, and he'll like his head will go up and down, and it's funny. Like he knows it's me. He knows I'm talking to him. He's taking a nap. He's taking a nap right now. So Wade, being from Canada, and I don't want to stereotype, but did you get into hockey? Were you a hockey fan being from Canada? Or you just, or don't care? Either way. I just watched I like the New York teams. I like the Islanders. I like the Rangers. Okay, fair enough. When I was trying to come up with names for my show, like before I changed it to the chair show, I was having a discussion with some people about. They say if you're gonna. I was trying to make some comedy out of the fact that some names, some hockey team names, sound more threatening than others. And if I was going to come up with a name, a gamer tag, I wanted it to sound threatening. And that's kind of when I came up with the Germinator, I thought it was a little like, watch out for me, I'm the Germinator. And then I started laughing because if you think about the Toronto Maple Leafs, does that sound threatening to you? Oh, we gotta face the Maple Leafs this week. What are they gonna do? Fall off the tree and land on my shoulder? Oh boy. But then if you had like the Tampa Bay Lightning, now the Lightning that can do damage. Or the Ottawa Senators. Oh, what are they gonna do? Vote on us? The Montreal Canadiens. Like, well, what are they just gonna do? Apologize the whole time? Yeah, right. They're just gonna apologize the whole time. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Did I just check you? Oh, I'm sorry. The Canucks. So I got the whole house to myself till Wednesday. And you know what that means? Yeah, the Oilers. We're going to drown in oil. See, you get the idea. Now you know what I'm trying to say. Maybe the Canadian hockey names are nicer than the American names. Like the Buffalo Sabres. That could cut you. That could be bad. So I've fixed the problem with Facebook chat in real time, but I haven't fixed the one for OBS. So like now I can't see that chat. But the great thing about OBS is it lets you do a pop-out chat. So I fixed the problem with Facebook chat. Let you do the pop out chat. You can pop out and you can make it is. Oh, cool. You just have to do a separate window. And that'll work. Move tab to new window. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh my god, there's 2 chats. I got 2 chats going on. Oh my god. How am I going to be able to keep up with all this? Yeah, so where's my friend Aaron now? The guy that was like, you never get back to me. Where is he today? Let him know I fixed it. I like to go biking. I like my mountain bike, and I haven't been able to ride it because of the weather. And I got to tell you, right now is the perfect weather right now. I shouldn't be sitting here on the stream hoping to talk to anybody that's here. I should be out riding right now. Is really what I should be doing. I should be on the trails right now, and I'm not. I guess the word that I like to use here is what they call ideal. There's ideal conditions for riding. I think that's just me. Is it can't be too hot. Anything over 80 degrees, I won't ride my bike because I just pass out. But if it's like 75 to 80 or 60 to 80, perfect. Fill up the water bottle, get something to eat, just go. Last time I tried it, I only got like so far and I had to turn around and come back. Because it'd been a whole year since I rode. It's weird, like the way a person's muscles are in conditioning, like if you're used to riding all the time, it's not a big deal. You get on the bike and you go, you're a little sore. But when you go like a whole year like I did, then you try to get on that sucker again, it's like your wife had the whim, huh? Wives are good like that, I guess, with the whims. The wives, all those wives and their whims, They make this camera. They came out with this camera a couple years ago. It's called the GoPro, and you used to wear them on your head, or you put them on your bike, and then you go biking. And I remember I bought one like a year or so ago, and I was telling the guys at the bike shop about it. I was like, "Yeah, I got this camera now, and I'm riding the bike, and I'm gonna film it, and people can watch it back. Isn't that cool?" And the guy's like, "No." Like, what is there really to see on a bike trail, other than like the trail, and maybe a few people riding by now and then? I was like, yeah, I guess you got a point there. It, like, unless I take it down by the beach or something and get some beach people, or it's just trails and just sticks and it I don't know. I think it's actually pretty cool because the trail itself is like maybe 5 miles long, and it's like for a while it's uphill, so it's kind of a pain in the ass at first, which is the part that makes you strong. It's the part that gives you the strength conditioning to get over it. So then once you come back down the other side, it's so much easier because it's just all a lot of coasting. It's almost like the reward for working so hard to get to the top. Then you turn around and you just that's actually the part that, if filmed, is cool for people to watch. Because if you don't ride a bike regularly and then you see like somebody coming down this hill at like 30 miles an hour on a bike, it's like it's pretty cool. The whim. There's the whim. I'd like to find myself a whim. It's funny, like I'm single, and I think when I go through the 20 questions of maybe dating somebody, I think that should be one of the questions. Like, do you ride a bike? Are you into fitness? Because if they don't like ride a bike now and then or do any exercising, I'm just gonna be like, no. It, to me, to me that's hilarious because I've dated quite a bit in my life, but I haven't dated in a long time, so I don't even know what it's like anymore. But I remembered when I did. I I dated this this gal who used to smoke, and I was always trying to get her to stop smoking, and she wouldn't stop smoking. And like when we got to the point where we were intimate with each other, she would have to stop halfway. She'd be like, like I don't. I'm never dating a smoker again. No way. She had to stop and catch her breath. Yeah, I've been single for a little while, right? And all of a sudden, like, I keep um, I keep getting these women keep sending me these messages like on Facebook, and immediately I'm skeptical. I'm like, nah, can't be a real person. Why would someone half my age be sending me sultry pictures and be interested in me? Like, this has got to be something's wrong. It's a scam. So I ask questions back to try to like reveal the mystery to see if they're real or they're fake. Like if they say they're from Tennessee, I'll be like, oh, so have you ever been to Nashville? and then they don't get back to me, and I'm like, see, you're fake. Like it's so funny. Like the things that these I think they're bots, and they just find middle-aged men like me that are lonely, and they just like, hey, baby, and they're like, it's just so sick. It's like so ridiculous. I'm like, you know, you're half my age, right? And they're like, well, age is just a number. I'm like, wait a minute, this is too good to be true. What do you do for a living? What's your bank account? What's your credit card number? Anyway, I don't know what to say anymore. I might just take a break from this chat thing. I got a Rocket League stream scheduled for 5:30. I think that's the peak time. Cause I'm a rocket man. It's the Jer Show on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. Live from upstate New York. Where men are men and plastic wrap becomes a furnishing in the wintertime on the windows. I got to mow the lawn here on Monday or Tuesday because my landlord's away for 5 days. And he's going to pay me. So it's going to come off my rent, which is sweet. Like rain makes the grass grow quick. And it's been raining here. And when it rains, you can't mow the lawn. So you got to figure 3 days of rain. Okay. It's supposed to stop tomorrow and Tuesday. So that lawn is going to be, you know. The lawn's going to be up there. We're talking inches. I asked my parakeet the other day, I say, hey, Sonny, what are you up to? And he goes, oh, about 3 inches. Taking a nap. Here's a fun fact. Did you know, I read this. Budgies are what they call binaural, I think is the word, sleepers. What it means is when they were in the woods before they got domesticated, they were birds of prey, which kind of sucks. Like picture all these bigger birds just flying around looking for these cute birds to eat. I can't even imagine it, but that's how it was, right? they get used to binaural means they get used to sleeping literally with one eye open. So as you see him sleeping right now, that's what he's doing. He's taking a nap. One half of his brain is taking a nap. All the other half is looking out for predators. So what happens is if a bird finds a place that he's happy in, like my place, they can sleep with their full brain. If they feel safe, they will sleep like you're supposed to sleep. Yeah. Like right now, he literally keeps opening his eyes and looking at me, and he'll close them for a second, and then he'll open them up again and close them. I think if he didn't trust me, he wouldn't sleep right in front of me. He'd be in the cage, he'd be hiding from me. I don't know what to talk about anymore. The only thing I can talk about before I leave is about a year and a half ago, my parents gave me a crock pot. And I love this crock pot. And I haven't used it in like 2 or 3 weeks, but I have a couple recipes that I do regularly in the crock pot. And you know, like a guy like me that doesn't really like to cook, and I don't have anybody around right now that can cook for me. And you just get sick of takeout after a while. Like I just can't keep eating Taco Bell, you know. So I had to come up with something that's easy, quick, and delicious. Okay? So they make this stuff in a can. It's called Simply Suppers. And what it does is it works with like a pound of meat, I guess. So you go to the store, you get a pound of I get sausages usually, like mild sausage, or a sweet sausage, and I get a pound of that, and I cut up the meat into little, like, you know, bite-sized pieces, I guess, a little smaller. I put it on the bottom, and then I put the Simply Suppers on top of it with a little water, and it cooks the meat on the bottom first. And then it cooks the rest of it. And then, like, after it's been on for an hour or so, then I throw shrimp on the top of it. Now, I used to buy these bags of shrimp, and if you put the shrimp in, the frozen shrimp, if you put it in too early, it actually dissolves. And it's almost like a waste of money, because you're like, I just paid $6 for this bag of shrimp, and it's disintegrated. But if you do it at the last minute and you put it on the top, then when all of this stuff is ready, like, you know, when it's ready, it's like, so it's almost like a jambalaya mix without the what do you call it? The crawfish. I couldn't think of the thing. So it's almost like it's a Cajun style meal without being actual like New Orleans, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream off in like 10 minutes. So I want to take a half-hour break and like get ready for the Rocket League stream. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream off in like 10 minutes. So I want to take a half-hour break and like get ready for the Rocket League stream. And then maybe after that, I'll eat my crock pot recipe that I made. I wish I could share it with all the viewers. I wish you could come here. Maybe I give you a bowl. We could eat and have a break bread, but I can't. So I guess what I'm trying to say as far as the stream now, from now on, I'm going to have to do like a checklist. When I turn it on, I'm going to have to be like, okay, how's the sound? Check. Everything checks out in the sound, and then make sure I got the pages up so I don't miss anybody's Facebook comments.
Oh, it's hard goddamn work being this good.
So I'm gonna have to just do this. Like, here's a checklist: sound check, browser check, good attitude sometimes check.
It's awesome, baby.
Good attitude sometimes check. I got 2 more sounds that I'm gonna record and put in the sampler for the stream. I haven't done it yet, but I have 2 more things. The theme of the sampler has been clips from funny movies that go along with the game I'm playing. For instance,
That just happened.
or
You look at that.
or
Would you look at that?
No! We suck again!
all right. I have 2 more samples that from
We suck again!
I think it's the movie Dodgeball, where he goes, "Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody." I'm gonna do that, and where he says, "Ouchtown, population you, bro." I want that one. So I'm going to conclude this stream. If anybody was here watching this silly random stuff, hey, thanks for stopping by. Here's to you. I don't drink. Used to. It's not good for me. So I'm drinking these. Aha. Aha. It's the official drink of the Jer Show. I don't get paid to drink it. I just like it. I can't have too many of them or I get wired. So what I do is I kind of like alternate between the caffeinated one and the non-caffeinated one. You know, I'm trying to drink responsibly. That's all I'm saying. The alternate one that has no caffeine in it is called blueberry and pomegranate. It's all right. I had my dad try one day. He said it tastes like cat piss, and I'm like, how do you know what cat piss tastes like? Unless you've drank cat piss before, you don't really have anything to compare it to, right? I mean, is he saying like, ideally this tastes like what cat piss would taste like if I would have tasted it, or did you actually taste it? I'm not judging. If you taste, hey, you know, maybe it was by accident. Oh, that's the best cat piss I've ever had. And cheap, too. Fucking cheap, too. I'm going to go in 3 minutes, but before I do want to say I was looking at backdrops for the stream for the past 2 days. Like before, I just had this blanket that my mom made me. It was just supposed to be like a makeshift, you know, for now thing. But I'm actually going to get something that goes like from over here to all the way over there, so you can't see nothing behind me. All you'll see is the backdrop that I choose. And I think I'm going to make some like funky glittery one or something. So you like when I'm doing the show, you won't be tempted like to focus on the fan behind me or the you know, like what's there? Are those CDs? Or you won't even see that. See, I had that up for a couple days, but then the hook that was holding it up fell down, so I had to make adjustments. So if you do like this, that ain't bad. That ain't bad right there, right? That ain't bad. Got the Ibanez in the background. You know, you got a little Ibanez in the background. It's the Jer Show on Twitch. I wonder how you're feeling. Bow. Bobble, bobble, bow. Bow, 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 bow. This is for Wade before I go. Alright, I gotta go now. Gotta go now. See you. See you next time on the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, the Jared Show. I mean, the Wheel of Misfortune. That'd be a great game show, wouldn't it? The Wheel of Misfortune. Oh, sorry, you spun and you lost again. Anyway. I like Peter Frampton. Sometimes I play his songs.